Good
Good
morning.
morning.
I nearly said good afternoon.
Well,
I
it is after. No, not quite. Just about 5 minutes, baby, ahead of
Yeah,
yourself.
our broadcast went over just a little bit this morning, but it was so good being able to hear from Freddie Brooks, and what a great word he brought us this morning. So, yeah, first of all, before we get into Freddie's word, Paul, nice to have you here with me.
Yeah, it's good to be here. Been a few weeks since I've been on the couch here, but it's great to be back. And what a tremendous service today! Great
Yes.
time of worship, and the worship team just knocked it out of the park again, as we would say.
Yeah.
And Pastor Daniel and Pastor Freddie Brooks, good,
Yeah.
excellent.
So first of all, I just want to say welcome to all of you who are signing in and joining. And just as a reminder, we are rebranding this, calling it Connect Live. So we didn't really intend on just calling it the live after show, but that's kind of the way was kind of started rolling out. But technically, we just wanted to give it a name and just where people would start to get used to the fact that when they hear Connect Live, that means that we're going live after the service and a chance for you to interact. So I'm just going to check and see
Mm.
who all we've got here and who's signing in. But yeah, just would love to hear what did you think of Freddie's word and any thoughts from what he shared. Yeah, just would love for you guys to interact and to be able to check that. So, what were your thoughts on it? Anything particular that stood out for you?
In the word with Pastor Dan, yeah, the word revival hit me, and in actual fact, it made me go, and I quickly Googled about a book that I'd heard about revival. We talk about revival as if it's something that maybe, oh, we'll have a revival service next week, or maybe a revival will come. We should be living in revival every day.
That's right.
And
Absolutely.
some people forget that. They just think of revival as special services or a special guest speaker that's going to come and just uh, generate some interest or enthusiasm in us just maybe for a week or 10 days. But in actual fact, we should be living in revival every day.
Absolutely. And I also especially loved what he had to say about the fact that, we're still learning that it's up to us to feed ourselves and to really get into the word ourselves, and where we've been relying so much on the church and just on the speakers every Sunday, how important it is for us ourselves to get into the word and to into prayer. And yeah, we don't have anybody spoon feeding us right now, do we?
Nope, we sure don't.
So I think really key about that, the fact that we are having to, find a way ourselves to really get into that word.
Hmm.
And just while I check a few of the comments, Paul, what is something that you do to feed yourself the word on a daily basis?
Oh, I do lots of things. As you know, you often wonder what I've been up to and have I been sleeping? No. Uh, one of the things I love to do is to go into my office at home, my home office, and put on some praise and some worship. Some of it may be a bit old for you guys, you younger kids, but for me, it's just something that just takes me into another realm. And then I sit back and I listen to the word being read to me.
Mm,
I follow it at the same time, but I find it. Um, I don't know. For me, it's just a personal thing. I just find it easier for me to listen, but at the same time to follow and to stop. And if you look at my the app on my phone, the Bible I have, you'll see there's lots of markings where I've stopped and highlighted different scriptures. And at the moment, I'm listening to the Book of Romans, and it's good. And ironically, without me knowing, last week in the men's Bible group, we went through a lot of scriptures in Romans, and that's just the way I do it. And I also read lots of other commentaries that different ministries have put up about different things about where we are now,
Hmm.
and it's very interesting. But that's how I spend my time on my own.
Great. Well, I see we've got some comments here. First of all, Catherine Reed says she loved the plan, prepare and pursuit. So, yeah, I like that as well. Kind of a good war plan, isn't it? Prepare and then
Mhm.
get out there and pursue.
Yeah.
And I love something that Louise Menzies shared here. And Louise, I want to say that after I read your comment, I felt the exact same way. She said when Freddie said he was renewing his passport in faith, that he was going to go and evangelize the world. And she said, I just wanted to go with him. So, yeah, I can totally concur with that. And I'm sure there's a few others who would like to be able to say the same. But I think the key factor there is that he got his passport in faith
Yeah.
because okay, it may not happen over the next few weeks or months, but he's got himself prepared so that when the invite comes, he's ready to go. So
Amen.
that's what I love about it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's faith, isn't it?
It sure is. And the renewal of my passport goes off this week because at the end of the month, mine runs out. The last time I renewed my passport was when we were living in Colombia, in actual fact. And I remember I had to send it off to Washington, D.C. And so that was 10 years ago
Wow.
that we did that. But we also are in faith about some trips that we want to make. Hope
Mission trips, isn't
mission
it?
trips. Yeah, we could have been in a lot of places this year already.
Yeah.
Some of us, and I know Quasi already had a ticket
Yeah.
to go on his missions trip to Colombia, but had to postpone that, and so he's waiting now for the time when that all opens up again. And yeah, it's great. Just every day, just to believe and believe and with faith that something's going to happen.
Yeah, it will come. It will come. Also, Quasi or Daniel Williams said, I like the start when Freddie said, talking about, do we know God? And I think that's a good question that we could all ask ourselves. Do we actually know God, and how much do we actually know Him? So, just moving on down, yes, lovely to see lots of you. So, again, we've got Faithful Gale from the Isle of Wight, Julie Keeping, morning to you as well, Julie. We've got Gary Smithers, we've got our team. Paul Dyer, I noticed, is also watching, and Faithful Sunny, who always has a
Oh
great,
yeah,
encouraging word to share with us.
yeah.
And yeah, I think I loved because we asked the question about what some of you do. So Gail said, my Jesus calling devotional everyday story. I love it as it says something about what is going on most days and makes me think and contemplate. So that's great, Gail. Love the devotional that you shared there. And she's also talking about what a beautiful day. Yesterday I was out with some of the core team of our life group leaders, and both from the Mondays and the Thursdays now. What started off as the core team from the year before, and then we multiplied out. And when we were out just sharing together yesterday, wow, I walked down to where we went to meet, and
Hmm.
just beautiful weather. And even today
Yeah.
again, and I think prepare yourself if you're wanting to get out. I think tomorrow it's back up high again. Of course, I'm a Fahrenheit girl, so I'm looking at Fahrenheit all the time. So it's 77, I think it's supposed to be. So those of you that love warm weather, you'll be excited about that. But yeah, anything else that Freddie shared with you guys, or if there's any questions that you have, we'd love to take a few minutes just to hear what those are. But just a great time. And I
Mm.
think Freddie just had just a very timely word,
Hmm.
didn't he?
Yeah, down to earth, very direct, but hitting the spot,
Yeah.
hitting the spot all the time. And we do have to be prepared for change. we do have to be prepared to do things in a different way. And if we just sit back and say, "Oh, I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know what's going to happen," nothing will happen.
That's right.
You've got to make it happen. You've got to be innovative, and that's one thing. There's many things, but at the moment. There's one particular thing that I love about Pastor Daniel and Pastor Laura. They are always, always, always talking about innovative ways and
Yeah.
ideas. And I know when you and Daniel meet during the week, you're always coming back with different things that you've discussed and just things that God has just dropped into your spirits. And that's
Yeah.
a great thing. We haven't, in this season, we haven't sat back. And just now, earlier on, you were talking about life groups. And instead of just letting the life groups go on as normal and no growth, in October, we are opening up some new ones, and that's great. That's
Yeah.
growth.
Absolutely.
That's organic growth from within what we've already got. And can I drop a commercial in here right now?
Well, I think it's probably a good time to do it.
Got to get permission from the executive pastor first. I already have permission from our senior pastor what I'm going to do. But in October, we will be launching 15th of October, Thursday, the 15th of October, we'll be launching our second men's life group. And really, really excited about that. The first one that David Harmon launched is going so good on Monday evenings.
Yeah.
We have a great group of men that come together and get into the Word. And so at one of our SLT meetings, Pastor Daniel asked me if I would consider opening up number 2. And so I will be leading a group. It will be on a Thursday night. So that gives the men the opportunity to be in one on a Monday, if Monday works better. And then there'll be an alternative one now on a Thursday, 7:30 to 8:30 on a Thursday evening. And the emphasis will be on prayer, the Word, prophecy, and mentoring. And I have a great teaching manual to go through with the men, and it takes us through the scriptures. We get opportunity to pray, share with each other, but the emphasis is on mentoring and mentoring men to bring them into wholesome relationships with God, how to lead their families forward, and even for single guys, how to develop your life, your personal life, your spiritual life, your work life and business, whatever. And so we'll be putting more information about that into our Facebook and other medias that we use as a platform to advertise. But that is the 15th of October, which is a Thursday, is the launch. If you want more details, contact the office, but we will be giving you that information next week on our platform.
Yeah, so great to hear. So that's what we're all about, and it is constantly finding new ways to open up avenues for people who, sometimes a certain night just doesn't always work. So that means that you have an opportunity of a different night. And I want to encourage, as Paul's launched out and gone ahead and shared, I want to encourage, especially you men who are not in the group on Mondays and you don't have a life group, this is a great opportunity for you to get involved and something a little bit different as well. And, when I noticed Susie Morley's on YouTube, I just want to say, hey, a shout out to you, Susie. And we had a great time, didn't we, yesterday, just sharing with all of us. And it was great hearing from her and Jeannie about their group that launched Monday. And, it's all for women. And I love seeing these young ladies really going out and, just launching and
Yeah.
growing in their faith. And so, yeah, they still have a room for a few more as well. So just want to encourage you ladies that if you don't have place, but listen, we have some great mixed groups. We've talked a lot about men's groups and women's groups. We have, some great groups that are just mixed of singles and marrieds on Monday night. We have another one on Tuesday night. And So it's a great opportunity for those of
Mm-hmm.
you that you don't really want to be in a men's or a women's, but you'd like to be in a mixed group. So just want to put that little advert out there. And I wanted to go back. I noticed Susan Harmon shared a comment. I know she would. She knows obviously um, Freddie quite well. And she said she was really blessed with Freddie's message today. Loved the challenge and the salvation prayer. Would not want to live in this time without, excuse me, without knowing that I belong to God. Completely concur. Um, I would not want to be there either. And sorry, you might
Oh,
want to kill this mic a minute, Josiah.
no, it's okay. You can't catch anything down a microphone. That's why, just on that point, I just want you guys to know that watch and wonder what happens here in the studio. Our studio is as clean as it can be, and it is well taken care of. And I just want to give a shout out for Josiah, who you don't often see because he's more often behind the camera than in front. Although we do love it when he's in front of the camera.
Yeah.
He does a great job here. Cleanses in between each session. He sprays it and cleans the place, cleans our microphones, and everything is in tip-top condition. And I just wanted you to understand that sometimes there are things, we don't just turn the lights off and go home. There's lots that happens afterwards, and I think it's important for people to know that we really do here in the studio work to a very high standard, and just want to say a big thank you to Josiah for making sure that all those things happen. Now, are you okay now?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you.
Your
Really
throat,
sorry about that. I'm hoping I didn't cough very loud in people's ears. Don't worry, it's not COVID. Just got a bit choked. Lots of people commenting about they're really excited to hear about another men's life group, so that's great news. And of course, the great part about that is that, of course, it's multiplication, isn't it?
Sure.
It's always about multiplication and what we can do to keep extending the family.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to say what a great time it's been. This rebranding that we're doing of Connect Live is just really to give you an opportunity to be heard and to share. And did want to just say before we do wrap it up, Josiah, lots of comments coming in just saying great job to you. And, he's been helping train up others. So Quasi will be the one running it tonight. And so he's had his full training. And then we'll be continuing on with that training because we want this to continue to grow, and we want Josiah to be able to do other things as well. So we just love our team. Flexibility right now is key. And it just means doing, all kinds of things that need to get
Yeah.
done. But I just want to wrap up by saying really good being with you guys today. It ran over a bit because the broadcast went over a bit. But also, please, normally I don't say a lot when I'm going to bring a word, and I don't really put out such a plug. But the reason that tonight is really going to be important is because, yeah, it is a bit of a word from me, and there is a bit of prophetic that comes from me. And so there is a tad bit of that, but I am going to be sharing prophetic words that have been spoken over the nation, and particularly some other things that I'm not even going to go into any more of it. I just want to say you don't want to miss tonight. You shouldn't miss anyway, but if you've got the opportunity, 6 o'clock, be here, worship with us, and then I'm going to bring that prophetic word, and I think it's going to really stir you up, but also because it speaks directly to us. So you want to log in, find out why. So be
Mm-hmm.
back tonight
Yeah.
for 6 p.m.
Be here tonight. I've heard snippets of what's going to happen tonight, and for sure, I will be sat down in my chair watching with great enthusiasm to hear what God has to say to us tonight from the message. Ken, I wish you a great week. Have a blessed week. Remember, reach out to people, show them love, kindness, be happy, and have a smile on your face. And you heard this morning from Freddie, you can even create happiness with your eyes.
That's exactly right.
When you're wearing that mask, it's what is in your eyes. And let people see Jesus in your eyes, and we will be with you. Again, as Wynelle's already said, at 6 p.m. tonight. God bless you and have a fantastic week.
Amen. God bless you. See you tonight.